Because Canada, absolutely. So, why is Kyoto still standing? Oh, because we don't need to take it. Let's recap the game here. We are playing as Poland. We're playing deity difficulty. We're playing, I believe, on epic speed. We are playing on epic speed. This is a continents map. The only mod we're running is CQUI. You can do exclamation mods in the chat, and you will get a link to that thing. It's just a UI mod. Doesn't change the gameplay in any way whatsoever. So basically, we're playing vanilla deity Poland over here. And we want to into space because that's the way it goes. At this point, we do have the most powerful military oh, no, we don't, actually. Arabia technically does have a more powerful military. That being said, we could probably, with relative ease, win a domination victory at this point because we're pretty good at the warfare. But that's not what we're going for, which is why, for example, Kyoto is still standing. There's no reason for us to take it. It would be a distraction at this point. I mean, we could, you know, there would be a campus. It's actually not too shabby, and maybe we would be interested in that. Amsterdam, I think, was getting the barbarians over here. Very annoying. I don't remember what it is, but we're going to have to deal with it near Duce. We may have to war Arabia again if they start to tech up or start to threaten us with a scientific victory, but so far, so good. If we do take a look over here, religion's not an issue. Domination, we're the only person with a capital. The Spanish capital is Kane 20C over here, which we have claimed that. Cultural victory-wise, Japan's got the most tourists, but it's not going to be pumping out that much Oh, I didn't realize there was these cool little icons here. That must be from the mod, yes? I don't remember this being in the base game, unless they added in one of the patches. That's quite cool. I should adjust the camera. I just realized it's cutting off the top of my head a bit and showing a little bit of the desk. There we go. I feel like we're pretty okay here. You know, push comes to shove. Again, we could just smoosh Japan if that becomes a problem. Samaria's a little further away and a little less convenient. I think they're down here, but, you know, need be, we could do something. Oh, there's Sendai over there. So that's going to be okay. Science victory-wise, Arabia has started. Because Arabia does have crazy good tech early on. They've already built a spaceport, research rocketry, and launched an Earth satellite. And they've also researched satellites, but haven't done the moon landing yet. But the AI doesn't always beeline towards this stuff too much, and push comes to shove, we do share a border with Arabia. The real reason we went to war with India and Japan was so we could get a border with Arabia. We did take 2 cities away from them already, and we could follow up with another attack. We're building up some military units to move to the front to be ready in case we decide, you know what, we really need to put Arabia down for good. But other than that, I think we're going to be fine. We are building our first spaceport now, and we're teching up pretty hard. In 8 turns, we'll have one in Datalink, and in 22 turns, we'll have one in Launchpad. We may want to build a 3rd one as well. We'll take a look at that. But we've got a lot of time before we actually get all of the techs we need for all the spaceship parts, so things aren't too shabby. We are working on the Manhattan Project over here. There may not be nukes. We'll see how it goes. I think we're fully caught up. We got a tip in from Ryan. Here's some whiskey and chocolate fun in memory of my death. D&D 5th edition monk who died to werewolves. Oh! Sadly did not have the Devil Dark power to heal himself. Oh, Ryan, I'm really sorry that your D&D character died to werewolves. Wow, that must bite. Sorry. That's not really sensitive of me. I'm sorry, I was disrespectful to your loss over here. Do I expect to finish today? I don't know. I suspect not. I think it'll take a little too long to do everything, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's get it moving. Oh, chat's responding to my glorious pun. Japan's got a settler going on here. I'm Montiago. Woo, thank you very much. Big tip coming in from Montiago. Beat my first deity game, thanks for the advice. Never did that early war as I never knew the AI advantages. Also, I'm thinking of trying to complete all the accomplishments on Steam. Have you tried that? I have not worked towards getting all the achievements on Steam. There are a lot of them. That would be really impressive, though. That would be, wow. An achievement well worthwhile. Duce over here is going to go and shoot him, saving our what do you call it, aerodrome over here. I'm worried about this guy getting pillaged. We were moving a core of machine guns up. Unfortunately, it's not actually going to be able to shoot this guy because he's only got a range of 1. So we'll move it up as far as we can here. We do also have a mechanized infantry. Okay, well, we can get a major victory. I don't know if we can stop him from pillaging, though, is the only problem. We'll go and whack him some and see what happens. Maybe he'll suicide on my unit. I'm really hoping he'll preserve that. And then we can go and steal this builder. Probably, I think they're Amsterdam builders. But I don't, in Civ 6, there's not a thing. If we capture the builder, we don't get an option to send it back to the city-state, right? Like, not like in Civ 5? I don't think so. So I guess that would just be our builder there. All right, tech tree. We will probably continue to beeline towards various space race victory stuff. Telecommunications is a dead end. We don't need the nuclear submarine, so that's probably okay. I don't think we're going to get any more of these boosts. I'm going to start with composites first, because we do have some spies around, and maybe we can steal a boost for lasers. Then we'll follow it up with nanotechnology. At least we've got a boost there. And then we'll do the same thing with nuclear fusion at that point. And then, finally, we'll pick up robotics, which maybe we'll have the globalization civic by then. And, yeah, and that will be all the techs we need for the space race victory. So... let's build a stadium down here, because happiness is still something we need a little bit of. Blanc, I don't suppose your production rate's not bad, but 83 turns to a goddamn spaceport. That is ridiculous. Although we could accelerate Blanc quite a bit, because we could have a lot of trade routes coming out of here, which would boost the production from this city, and this city gets a lot of money from that. So I think it might be worth, actually, to do a little swap over here. And just as a backup, I'm going to get Blanc to also start on a spaceport over here. And we will consider doing something like that, because we think we will need some more. Over here, I suspect we're going to be chopping the forest over here, accelerating that industrial zone, and then continuing to work on whatever. You're going to go ahead and quarry up the marble. This spy over here... looks like we need to gain sources here still, so I guess we will start with that. Oh, yeah! These are battleships. Thank you very much for spotting that. Cheers! I forgot we had a big, powerful navy in here. I've been playing so much of my Australia game in between the weeks of the Poland game. Here up, Jan, we checked victory progress at the start of the stream. We've already done it. I'm feeling okay. The only person that's maybe risky is if Arabia does decide to correctly beeline towards a space victory. Might be a bit of a problem, and then we just, like, smash them. We're building some military units. We've got a tank army being produced over here, for example. So I'm feeling okay. We don't have enough money to insta-buy the research lab, which would be nice. Your production rate is not so great, so I don't think we're going to build another spaceport over here. It's probably worth just finishing, like, repairing the encampment and then maybe going to military academy and being ready to take the war to someone else. Okay. We are still going to be running some trade routes out of Launchpad here. Let's, these nice 4 production sites. Really good. And can you go and... how come... I can't enter into their borders? What's the dash line? Do the city-states have closed borders if they have suzerainship with someone else? Is that it? Well, I'll move you to here, and then wait, and hope that guy ventures out. I think I'm going to move the machine gun back to the front over here. It's going to be fine. I assume a couple of nuclear warheads delivered to Arabia would slow their progress. Well, Captain Penguin! You know, I can't argue with that. That is very true. That is very true. We might have to send them a little gift. A little glow-in-the-dark gift. So this is just a rainforest. Doesn't look very rainforesty, but it is. It's also on a hill, so I think we're going to chop it and then mine it. So we'll have to mine it later. But a good production boost over here. Meanwhile, you know what I really want to build over here? Outback stations. Oh my god! Australia! Holy crap! They're so good! But I guess we can't, so I think I'm going to build a farm, so at least there's going to be a little bit of adjacency stuff going on. Over here, we got a tip-in from Crispy Chicken Dude, who's making me hungry. Crispy Chicken Dude, thank you very much! Get some vodka and chocolate to the troops, so you can spread the glory of the Polish motherland! Love you, Quill. You got me into Civ and EU4 a few years back, and who needs sleep anyway? That's true! Oh, Crispy, thank you very much for that. Thank you, and I'm happy that I got you into those games. These are great games to play. We are going to do a chop, and then we will mine that tile. Boom. finishing something a little faster in Big Robo. That was the lighthouse. Overall production is 21, so again, it wouldn't be a very good place to build spaceship stuff. I think we're just going to keep developing the harbor. It's fine. I don't think Big Robo's really going to play a part in our space victory. Okay, I really want this guy to move. Hopefully Gandhi doesn't do the same to Quill. I'm sure Gandhi won't nuke me. When has Gandhi ever been known to nuke anyone? So I hope I can reach there. I was hoping he would move here, which is why I didn't move all the way. Just worried with these hills. Not quite, but maybe soon. Let's just mine that for some production. And, oh, Mighty Rick Fleet, you're going to just be on alert status, and that's going to be okay. I gotta say, the turns are going pretty fast, because we're not at war, we're not really moving a lot of stuff. There were no great people really left, were there? Okay, Great Admiral, Great General, we don't care about that. Great Artist, Great Musician. I wonder, do we have any religion that lets us faith buy anything? Where's the list of religions? Over here. I mean, pagodas. But did anyone take anything that lets you faith buy science buildings? I probably won't notice it. I'll probably click through too fast. It's called Jesuit education. So, Zoroastrianism would have it, but I don't think that's really present in our cities. Oh, in Kane over here. But you don't have those buildings. Yeah, I don't think we have to bank any faith for that. So as a result, I probably will buy one of these two great people. Just to get it a little faster, make sure we don't lose it out. I want to make sure that we've got slots for this. We have slots for writing. We have slots for art. Okay. So there's no more great writers. We got slots for art. So I'm just going to get that. And eventually we'll get the music as well. So that's going to be fine. Oh, we completed a city-state quest. Nice. Next turn. The sober advisor will do a sun dance for you in Essentia. Okay, it's cool, man. That sounds great. Thank you. Henzu, thank you very much for the tip. I hope the bug where you being a god king is not the best social policy for your people gets patched soon. I don't actually know what you mean. There's a God King economic policy. I tend to grab it early to... Oh, you just mean because it would be cool to just be God King all the time. Is that what you're saying? Maybe that's what you're saying. And say, no, early on it's great. You get the faith, you get your pantheon. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Shiomak over here will probably just... You know what I think you're going to do? I think you're going to start building military units. I realize they won't be armies or anything like that. They'll be singletons. But I think that's going to be okay. You'll just slowly start to build one up. And it might be relevant for the late game. Trade route from here. So we've had trade routes over here because we want to develop these new cities faster. I think what I'm going to do now, though... I'm actually going to double check their production rates. Yeah, 20... 50 in Rock Mage. Okay, you know what, Rock Mage? You actually produce very, very, very well. Spaceport in 60 turns. That actually might be one of our higher production cities, to be honest. Let's take a look at a report over here. No, yields, sort by production. So, Launchpad and Datalink, which we're already building spaceports, have our highest production, which is good. Our capital of Nabats, can't really build a spaceport because of space, like actual room. I mean, we might do something, we might not. Dry Meat Shield is building military units because it's actually really well set up for that. And then it is Rock Mage. You know what? I'm going to buy a tile for Rock Mage. Just this flat tile over here. Very inland. Why is this one so much more expensive than this one? I'm just worried about this one getting pillaged from the sea. So this inland tile over here. I'm going to purchase that, and I'm going to have Rock Mage, which is still working on its production queue for workshops and stuff. I'll get it to start to set this down just to lock in the cost. We will finish this production queue. But the point was, this trader over here, I'm not going to have it come out of Caveman anymore. I'm going to transfer it over to Rock Mage. So that'll probably actually be our true third city to build spacecraft stuff. We're going to improve that over there. You are going to attempt to chase this guy down. And here. Okay. Apparently we're going to have a hard time doing it. Trade route. So we're not going to have the trade route come in of Deuce anymore. El Duce. We will have... I do want to finish the one in Launchpad. But I think I'm actually going to go and send you to Rock Mage. So we can do a little bit of catching up. So we'll have 3 really good cities for that. We have an artist that can drop its goods somewhere. Somewhere. I'm looking for, like, white highlighted squares. How come I can't see them? I know we got space. I just checked. So, Art Museum in Juna. Where's Juna? It's up here, isn't it? No? Do I have another city anywhere? Oh my god, I've gone blind. Okay. Can I just click on the city in this list to find it? No, not this list. Well, maybe. But here. Top. There it is! But where's the white square? Oh, it's hiding behind the nameplate! That's why I couldn't see it at a glance. Because it's hiding behind the nameplate. Okay. I'm like, we've got one somewhere. Okay, you. Teleport. Juna. There. Good. Oof. And then, there, yeah. Alright. Good. We're fine. Everything is fine. Space race. We could rush it. Actually, we might let that auto rush. I don't know if there's... Because we don't necessarily need to prioritize it. We have a great engineer right over here. Sergei Korlov, who is going to be able to accelerate a space race project. Which is good. We have to remember to use him at some point. Okay, it's still not even halfway, so can't actually finish the boost yet. So we're going to research one more time. We can claim a great person. So we're going to claim a great admiral. Sure. Fine. You... Do we care about finishing the airport? You know what? Gives you more production and stuff. And if we're going to build aircrafts anywhere, sure. We'll just do that. It's fine. Trade route coming on a... So, okay. Your production rate really is too low to do the spaceport thing. So I'm just going to say never mind to that. Trade routes out of here are still really good for money. Why don't you actually just go and queue up a couple of builders? We're going to do that. And cancel the spaceport for now. I mean, it's still occupying that tile, but we're going to pretend that it doesn't. So this trade route, I am going to move you to Rockmage. Okay. Arg. Where is this fucker going? Alright, I'm just going to move you back over here. It's fine. Great artist going to move here. We're going to pop you for a sculpture. Very nice. And this great admiral, I don't know if we're going to keep it around. Because we could also grant a promotion. So we could use that to get +1 range upgrade. Because you need... It's level 4 that gives you the +1 range upgrade, right? And that would actually be quite powerful. Let's see how that goes. No, I know in Rock Mage we don't have it on the spaceport. It's because finishing the workshop, factory, and power plant actually would be quite good. We want that first. I know it'll delay the completion of the spaceport by itself, but overall it should save time for building all the parts. We got a tip in from Wildo. Wildo, thank you very much. Hey Quill, long time watcher on YouTube, first time catching a live stream. Learned a lot watching you play Civ. Hope this helps. Oban is my go-to scotch. Try it if you haven't. I have. Every now and again you can find it here at the local liquor store, but it's pretty uncommon and tends to be very pricey. The 2 times I've had it was actually in Scotland, where it's much more reasonable, and it is very, very, very nice. Thank you very much. Robin Wydale sends a tip. Thank you very much, Robin. Hey Quill, enjoying your content like usual. Since you're Poland, shouldn't you have a special resource called The Witcher, giving all cities +10 amenities? I think so. Also, it is to my great shame that I've never properly played the Witcher series. I have dabbled a little bit, but I've certainly never completed the game. I own all 3 Witchers. I've never booted Witcher 3. I think I've got like 10 minutes into Witcher 2, and I got a few hours in Witcher 1, but it's like, I need to find time to play these damn games, because the Witcher's so good, and I know it's so good. Stupid life and scheduling. If only I had a job where I could play video games as my living, then I'd have more time to play video games. Too bad nothing like that exists. Big Franks comes in with a big tip. Thank you very much. I like Big Franks, and I cannot lie. Thanks for getting me back into the Civ series. Here's a tip for all the great vids on the UbTubs. Gonna miss a few streams to focus on March Madness tournament. Ooh. Let me know if you want a bracket. Bracket. Is that like when you like... It's like a pool. You're trying to guess who's going to win at each matchup, right? I know sports. I know sport a lot. And I totally know lots about basketball. That's the one where they bounce the thing, right? Yeah. I know that March Madness is pretty good. That's like college basketball, right? And I know that's like a big deal, but I don't want to know anything about it. So, let's go here. Get that production in Rock Mage. Oh, I didn't lock the spaceport cost. Thank you. Yes, that's what you're saying. Do this to lock that in, and then put it back. Thank you. Excellent point. Send you here. All that plus 4 production sites. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, you got that. You got the Faith, which isn't going to be used for anything really anymore. We've got some money that we could use to accelerate something, but not enough now. You've got this coming on here. We don't have any bombards. It'd be nice to grab that Barbarian Builder, but I don't know if we will. All right, next. Oh, we're finally going to hook up this niter. How lovely is that? Boom. Also, we will be hooking up this extra uranium. Although we already have 2 connected, so that's going to be fine. But more mining is more gooder. I don't know anything about it. That puts you on equal footing with 99% of the people who choose brackets for NCAA basketball. Ha ha! Funny. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. Okay, that's a lot of luxuries, although I do have duplicates of all of them. I don't know about trading away uranium. Don't get me wrong. I want more luxuries. But I don't think we can trade away uranium. Sorry, bro. Sorry, Broseph. I still wish there was some way to find which luxuries you were missing, especially on the Diplo screen. Now, as far as I can tell, the AI will only trade to you luxuries you don't have yourself. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're gaining a luxury you don't already have access to because of another trade thing. All right, we got a boost. No, we hard research space race. No, we got a boost. I think I was supposed to stop researching it. I don't remember. Whatever, it's fine.
Pen so they could write in space. The Russians took a pencil.
Yeah, this story, by the way, which is oft repeated, is not accurate. I mean, it sort of is and it sort of isn't. First, I mean, there's so many levels that this story is wrong, right? The story that NASA spent millions of dollars to develop a space pen and that Russians just took a pencil. The first part of the story that's wrong is that NASA did not spend millions of dollars developing a space pen. They didn't develop it. It was a random, I think it was like an American pen entrepreneur, like person who makes pens at a company that developed the space pen. It didn't cost millions of dollars as far as I know to develop. And it wasn't NASA. Not only that, both NASA and Russia used pencils early on, and it turns out that's a really crappy idea because pencil leaves graphite dust everywhere, which is conductive, which can cause electrical shorts and can cause fires. It was actually a huge problem. Pencils in spacecrafts in an oxygen-rich environment turns out to be horrible. The final part of the story that doesn't make sense is that once the space pen was developed, all space programs started to use the space pen type stuff, so... It's like, there's so many levels that this story was inaccurate on. It's funny. It's funny, like, oh, the government's so stupid. But it's wrong. Anyway, we don't need the tourism from Great Works of Music. The production towards space race projects is a bonus if it has either a military academy or a seaport. Now, we don't need that now. We may still want to change some policies in some way. Although I think we're okay. You get more amenities, housing and amenities, which is really good. Boost towards builders, which we may or may not need. What we do need is, we want the food from the trade routes. We could have triangular trade. I'm wondering about dropping public works and picking up triangular trade. For now. And then later on, the space race stuff, once we establish it's actually going to be useful. We got a couple places that I think had builders queued, but I don't think it's meaningful. Yeah. Here, but I mean, we're just doing that sort of kill time. The fact that it's not going to have 5 charges doesn't actually matter that much. We don't have that many improvements to do. If I was worried, what I could do is, and I think I will do that over here, is I'm going to buy a builder over here in Rock Mage. Just barely enough money, but I'm going to do that. So that one will have 5 charges, but now I'm going to swap out of Public Works. I'm going to pick up Triangular Trade, if I can find it again. Market Economy is pretty good, but I think we're mostly going to be doing internal trades for more overall production, although we do have a thing that gives us bonus production from international trade routes, but I don't think it's as good. So... right here. That's good. We don't need any of these things. And yeah, we don't need the space race thing yet. Integrated space cell. But we'll have to check. Military Academy or Seaport and a launch pad. I don't know if we have any of those. So, I don't know if we need Professional Army. Although, no, we got some upgrades coming in. We'll leave it in here for now because there's not really anything else we're going to do with the international or the military stuff. We get some production boost and things. No, I think I'm okay with this. So, the question is, Brock Mage, you do have a seaport. Okay. Is there any chance that Launchpad has a military base? It does have a military academy. Datalink does not. Still, 2 of our 3 launch sites would benefit from that plus 15%. So we probably will enact that policy once we start actually building space race projects. Lumpy, thank you very much for the tip. First series I watched you play was Galactic Civilizations 3, an excellent game. Will you be playing the new expansion coming out next month, which adds a load, including espionage? Maybe. I don't know what my schedule will be. It's definitely on my radar, something that would be nice to do. But as usual, I can't make any guarantees one way or another. It might be the sort of thing we look at, but rather than Let's Play or something like that, we'll see how that goes. But I will definitely be keeping in mind Lumpy. And Freeland Guy, thank you very much for the tip as well. It's not much, but I managed to scrape something together. Thank you for entertaining me on these dull Wednesdays. You're the best, Quill. Well, listen, hey, I just appreciate you guys coming out to watch. I still haven't figured out why you watch me, but I do continue to appreciate it very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's really sweet of you. Really sweet. In our capital, I believe what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the industrial zone stuff at this point. I'm not sure. It is out of range of boosting Launchpad. It might be boosting Datalink. I don't remember exactly where it is, but it may be boosting some things, or nothing else that boosts itself, and maybe we can occasionally build some military units or something like that. But I think that's what our capital is going to be doing. It's getting its way up to the power plant. Okay, Datalink has finished its spaceport. We finally have a spaceport. So we're going to do our first little project over here, launch Earth satellite. We don't have to rush this one. Because there's nothing in the queue after it right now. So we don't have to use the engineer or anything like that. We can just chill. It's going to be fine. Although, okay, this engineer's ability, Sergey. There's more than one Sergey, I think. Let's spell it right. Okay. Oh, there's no I over there. That's the problem. There it is. So it's the Korolov one. It says... okay, this is the 1 charge boost towards space project construction. So him we want to save. I think we have gotten a great... this is our great scientist here, Stephanie Kwolok, who is not active. There it is. This one is 100% production towards space race projects. I think this is a permanent boost. So I think we could use this now. And so Datalink will always be building at twice the normal rate. Datalink's production is not necessarily going to be the highest, but I think is fine. I think it's okay to use this now. Hopefully. So we're going to do that. Okay, there we go. It brought it from, was it 19? 19 to 10, so it definitely improved the rate over here, which is good. Excellent. Okay. Do we need... I don't know if a research lab is going to be meaningful at this point to complete our research any faster. Our research times are actually super short. So there's no way that's going to shave any meaningful amount of time, especially if it takes 33 turns to build. So I think what I'm going to do is just go to a military academy, because this would actually be a good site to build more military units in case we do have to go after Arabia. Let's take another peek at them, make sure they haven't really progressed. Actually, they have done the moon landing.